That music be riding, bro. That capoeira music be riding. It's so African. You know, it's like it's so African. As soon as you hear it, the energy changes.
Some people that never heard it before, never like heard berimbau being played before, they be like, man, it's so soothing, yo.
Yeah.
What is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When was the last time you played?
Well, I wouldn't say I played. I got in a order about a month ago. I didn't really do shit. I just kind of did cocorinho. I was testing the knee out. Did cocorinho, some manjinga, jinga a little bit, then I brought out. But yeah, it's been shit since. It's been years. It's been like at least 4 years.
Word.
So I had that little injury, and so when I injured my knee again, like the first injury in capoeira, I never got it looked at. I just kept it moving. And so this last surgery, I think they went in and fixed that shit too, cause I don't feel that little whatever that was. I don't feel it no more.
Was it on the outside or inside or the middle?
It was somewhere right here.
Okay.
I thought it might have been a cartilage tear possibly. I don't know. But yeah, when they opened me up and fixed my quad tendon, once I started walking again, I didn't feel that little whatever that was from the capoeira injury.
You know, but them the IT band that's connected to up here, the hips and all that, that shit got a lot to do with the knee too.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the muscles I've been working on strengthening now with squat side steps. I'm walking sideways.
Dope.
So anytime I walk down my hallway, I walk sideways. It should be looking weird to people. They're like, what are you doing? Well, yeah.
Working, baby, I'm working.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to get back to this shit. I mean,
you know, the crazy thing is that's what capoeira was all about, right? Doing functional things to keep you ready, right? So you walking down your hallway sideways, like that's some real capoeira shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Squatting for no reason, that's some real capoeira.
Yeah, man. I'm a real head, man. I miss it so much, and I think a lot of the reason why, I guess when the black people wanted to have their own space, I was like, man, you can bring it here. I didn't mean it to be no kind of like separation. I was like, well, y'all can still train here, cause I want it around.
Right, no doubt.
I just want the game around, and to hear the music and just to be around it. I love this. I love it.
No, I completely understand.
First time I saw capoeira, I was like, I was driving to work in Little 5 Point. Oh, then we recording this?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I forgot we was recording. I was going to Little 5. Yeah. I was going to Little 5 Point. I had a jewelry store down there. So I was driving to Little 5 Points. I rolled by the park. I saw these two dudes out there doing capoeira. One of them's name was Life. Life was an ex-break dancer. So his shit was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, it was like crazy, the movement. So I pulled over. It was like, hey man, whatever y'all doing, I want to learn it. It was like, all right, meet us at the park tomorrow. We train every day in the park. So I started going. And they didn't belong to any schools or anything like that. They would just play in the park. So I played with them for a while and wanted to like go deeper in the game. So I was looking for a class. But the first time I saw it, it was obviously something that was spiritual. I was like, this reminds me of like what I named it African yoga when I first saw it. I was like, this is like African yoga or something. Because it feels African, it looks African, and it has all the elements of African culture. But it's movement, you know? Like, damn. It just hypnotized me the first time I saw it.
Yeah, man.
So I was working in Little 5 Points already with my store. Come to find out, it was a Capoeira Angola class in the RFG building, taught by Brother Joseph. And so yeah, I joined in. Then I started finding out about the African roots of Luanda and the Congo and how that played into Capoeira, and you know, that was it for me. I was already sold because of the movement, but you know, learning about the history of it, and you know, that just like put me all in. And you know, fast forwarding like years later, maybe 2 or 3 years later, I started discovering the Candomblé and African spirituality aspect of Capoeira, which you know, which hooked me even more. You know, as years in, I was like, I thought I couldn't be more in.
Yeah.
That took me more in, like, oh, this is spiritual, like for real too. And you know, I was already practicing Ifa and dealing with Orishas. So I really started taking the berimbau real seriously. I started playing berimbau every day. I played for like almost every day for a year.
So why so? Go into that a little bit.
Well, because I'm a drummer, and so when I started playing capoeira, immediately I went to the drum and started playing the drum. But as I'm drumming, I mean, I know what drumming do. Like I've been doing that shit for years. But that berimbau had this little something, you know, like, what is that something coming out of that instrument? And well, one, my teacher was like, music is the most important thing of the order. And because I had a background in African traditional music, it made perfect sense to me. Because it's the battery, you know, like it's, and that's what they call it, the bateria. Yes, and so in African spirituality, we have the same thing, a bateria. The bateria controls the energy of the spiritual ceremony.
I hear this.
What'd you say?
I'm telling them if they hearing this.
Oh yeah. So I immediately was like, all right, my contribution to capoeira is gonna be the drum.
Knowledge, dropping knowledge.
So I jumped right in and started playing the drum. So like the first time I played the drum, it's funny, like I got stuck on the drum because everybody like, yo, get on the drum, Sola. Like, but I do this already. You know, I want to explore the other areas of the game.
Right.
So I bought a berimbau and went home and started playing, because when we go to the Horta, my teacher would always put me on the drum because of my experience and how I beat the drum, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I never got a chance to play the berimbau. So at home I would just play. That's one part of it. The second part of it was I wanted to recognize what was that energy coming off of the instrument. And so I bought the berimbau, took it home, started playing it, and this is just this is not fact, right? This is my experience opinion. When I put that gourd on my stomach and start like playing it, that shit felt like it did something to my cheek.
Man.
And it was just a different vibration that I never felt from an instrument. And yeah, I found that, you know, playing the berimbau soothes me. It relaxes me. It takes me to a spiritual place. Even different from the energy of playing the drum when I just play by myself. And I got real good at playing the berimbau.
Shit, I got one in the car.
Yeah, man, I rocked the berimbau like, and so for like 2 weeks straight, I was playing Luna, you know, gang 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 gang, man, that was my joint. So the first time I heard that, I was like, yo, I gotta learn how to play that. Like for 2 weeks straight, man, I was just playing Luna. And I don't really speak Portuguese like that, didn't back then, but does that have something to do with the moon?
Well, it's Ayuna.
Oh, Ayuna, okay.
It looks like a lowercase L if you just look at it spelled out.
Mm-hmm.
But It's actually I-U-N-A.
Oh, okay.
And do you know when it's played?
No, I don't remember. No.
It's usually played during memorial for someone's death.
Yeah, okay. I remember
it's usually,
that.
It's not an aggressive game.
Yeah.
It's more a fancy game. It's when you do a lot of floreos.
Yeah.
It's real smooth. It's
Yeah.
smooth. It's where you show off a little bit.
Yeah.
Where you're showing off for the person that passed away.
Yeah, you're showing the beauty of capoeira.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing like a commemoration for the person that passed away.
Yeah.
That's a dope rhythm, yo. It fascinates me how there's rhythms for when like the cavalry was coming, like the police.
Yeah.
Cavalaria.
Yeah.
To let you know, like, oh, yo, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, that's I would definitely say it's remnants of musical culture from all over the world. You know, there was always some kind of siren to say something's happening, depending on the instrument that they choose. But in parts of Africa, you know, definitely the drum and rhythm signify warnings, celebrations, war, harvest, you know, all kind of different community interactions and occurrences. It's like from the drum, yeah, that's a whole, yeah, yeah. And the Anya like are the ones who are the caretakers of those secrets. Yeah, the musicians are the ones who drive the vehicle for the ceremony.
So your first introduction to capoeira was you saw it at the park.
Yep.
And so your first style of practicing capoeira was
basically street capoeira with them brothers. Yeah, and we would just play on the street. Yeah. And then I joined the class.
What was the class?
The class was it was Angola. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was oh my goodness.
I like Angola.
I love Angola, man.
Angola's smooth, yo. It's tricky, and it also allows you to have for me, it allows you to have like a poetry with your body. For me, it's like a gratitude offering. Like I'm telling my body, thank you that I'm able to do these things.
Yeah, and fully, because what I like about Angola is that you learn full control of your body. Yeah. In Haitian now, sometimes you can use momentum,
right,
to move your body. And as a big person playing Haitian now, that could have been crippling for me if I didn't play Angola. So it was important to have control at every movement, you know?
Right.
To be able to go into a movement and still come out of it, you know?
Yeah. I want to learn some Angola with you, man.
Sure.
You'll teach me some. I know one of the Esquiva de Angola, and I got a pretty nice little. It's just nothing formal that I ever learned, but just my body wants to move this kind of way, and I think it's sort of like an Angola Jinga.
Yeah.
I got a little Angola Jinga going on.
Yeah.
This spirit, you know what I'm saying? But you know, my first style was teaching now. Mestre was my first capoeira teacher. Period. Like I wanted to break dance when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I didn't get a chance to.
I guess you could say that was my first introduction to capoeira. I didn't even think about that.
What?
Breakdancing.
Yeah, man. Like I wanted to break dance, bro. But by the time I was allowed out, by the time I could take the long way home, because my parents were strict, man. They tried to keep a tight hold on me, you heard?
Yeah.
But by the time I was 12, 13, I was able to start taking the long way home and shit like that. Niggas was already smelling crack, man. I came up the street with my cardboard, my Adidas.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers was like, dog, what you doing, dog?
They done with that already.
They threw me a pack, like, hey, you want to get some better shoes than those?
Yeah.
You got to sell some of this, you know what I'm saying? So, So I stayed with that hole in my soul, man. I wanted to break dance until I moved here fighting Muay Thai. I was on a mission, man. We had a family. It was a whole vibe in Philly. C10 Gym, shout out to C10 Gym, Rami Ibrahim, and Ahmed Ibrahim. My first teacher was Angel Cartagena. Anyway, I moved out here wanting to recreate that, keep my Muay Thai momentum going. But I couldn't recreate that here. I couldn't find that vibe. It's like trying to replace your old girlfriend.
Right.
So man, I found my jiu-jitsu school and I found Mestre. Man, I looked up Capoeira and I found Mestre, and it like revived me, bro. It took that hole in my soul from that desire to break dance that my soul wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I started putting it into Capoeira, man. So my soul was just saying thank you.
Yeah.
And that was 2012, yo.
Yeah.
How'd you meet Mestre?
Dang.
I met you at Mestre's. Crazy thing, and you was there so briefly, and we were able to meet, so it was like timing was perfect.
Yeah.
Cause you had just came back.
Yeah. I think I'm. Let me think back.
It's my bro right here, y'all.
Let me think back. I think I looked up Capoeira. No. I saw them in the park again. It might have been Little 5 Points. And they had the white and the red and white on it. It was popping. And myself, my daughter, she might have been 6 at the time. Yeah. She's 16 now. Yes, she was 6.
You did it for her?
Well, no, we all went.
Okay.
She took the kids class. Oba took the beginners class.
Yeah.
Well, me and Oba started back in the beginners class, and then I moved to intermediate. Oba moved to intermediate.
Okay.
And my daughter was taking the children's class. So yeah, I just saw them out playing and was like, I'm joining.
Word.
I like the energy. Yeah, man, Mestre France. Viva Mestre France. And so it was just like, I mean, you know when you meet a master of anything, I won't say any tradition, but like really anything. Somebody who's achieved true mastery. They have this certain glow. Yeah. This certain presence, you know. And man, Master, you know, even though he didn't speak no English, he was communicating with me, you know, like
with no English.
Yeah, that shit was wild, bro. Like, man, he communicated with me through the art.
Alhamdulillah.
Through the art of capoeira, through joy and happiness, through music. You know, that shit was an unspoken language, you know what I mean? I fell in love with Master like that.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, shit wild, bro.
I had the same experience with him.
Shit wild. I'm like, how
did I learn in Portuguese, but in the beginning, we just communicated. I couldn't explain how. Yo, I never verbalized that.
Yeah, it was wild, man. Like,
saying it made me think like, damn, that's crazy.
How did we get so close and we don't even speak the same language, bro? Like, this shit was crazy, man.
Spirit, energy.
Yeah, it's all energy.
Straight up Ashe.
Yeah, and so, you know, in Mastre's in school, I really got back to like football fit. You know, my physique, you know, my energy, all that was just on a This is my song right here. I wonder sometimes, like for this song, I mean, I know some songs that I actually say their recent name, but I wonder sometimes, do these songs have undertones of,
This song has everything to do with Yemaya.
Yeah.
It has to do with how we're all grains of sand.
Yeah.
And Yemaya, Yemi is the mother of us all.
Yeah. I love it.
Yo, man, it's amazing, bro.
Yeah, and so my health was at a state that reminded me of my old athletic self.
Dang, bro. Now, when I first met you, and I saw you play, it was just fascinating to see, bro, because you and Oba, it's how smooth you were. It was a little different. I could tell. I didn't know at the time, but I could tell it wasn't what I called the like, I don't know what I called it really, but it was different. It wasn't now as I know it now. It was smooth. It was lower to the ground. It was a lot of inversion going on, a lot of cartwheel, a lot of aou. It was a lot of hole.
It was
smooth.
It was Angola background.
Yeah.
Because what I know about Angola versus Haitian now is that Angola gets you in the crevices.
Yo, it's crazy.
It gets you in the crevices of the circle.
Yeah.
So I mean, no, now we're talking geometry and fighting, you know. So when you talk about capoeira is circles and lines, in my opinion. Let me just say this, in my opinion. It's circles and lines. And so a lot of our most powerful strikes are in circles. A lot of our setup strikes are in lines. They're not the most powerful strikes, but they set you up for something else.
Except for Chapa.
Yeah. Now that one, yeah. I mean, you have your variations, but like normally you set up a regular chopper to get a person to move to set them up for something else. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And so Angola teaches you to get in between the circles, in between the lines of circles.
Yeah.
And so when I start playing Haitian now,
that's a good observation.
when I start playing Haitian now, as a dancer, as a survivalist, as a warrior-minded person, I'm like, yo, there's holes in this shit.
You said there's what?
There's holes in it.
In what?
In the Haitian now.
Yeah.
Looking at it from an Angolan perspective, right? Now from a Haitian now, from looking at it from a Haitian now perspective, playing Haitian now, looking back at Angola, I'm like, oh, I see the holes in Angola too.
Yeah. The funny thing is it has something to do with attributes too. Like for example, you have to find and create the style that goes best with your attributes. Mm-hmm. Like when I would see your esquiva lateral, it was all smooth. Like just the way you move your torso so smoothly.
Yeah.
It was always fascinating.
Because I know when somebody kicks, if I was in a real fight, I would like probably bust their nuts, but I'm like right here, you know, and not all the way into the movement. Right. Our teacher always taught us like don't go all the way into the movement in your mind. Like in your mind, when you in a movement, be thinking about your third movement. You know, like that's kind of how I think about capoeira.
I got you.
Like, cause when I'm playing, I always like I do this. Okay, this is how this person moves. This is how they look at things. Boom. All right, so I plan my game according to that. Then I have a variation where I want to be in between of that thought process. To where this person may be setting me up. You know, they may be doing these things as a reaction to draw me in too. You know, it's a whole, cat and mouse game of capoeira. You know, it's like, and so I keep that in mind when I'm playing. That's where the Angolan part comes in.
Beautiful.
Where it's not stiff back. It's not like, it's not robotic,
Right.
It's mandinga.
Right. Now that's
and so because I'm a spiritualist, energy moves in waves for me. And so when I'm in the water, I'm riding the waves of the game.
Right.
I'm riding the energy of the game. So that's why, that's kind of why I guess that's why my game comes out like that.
Yeah. Like I said, it has a lot to do with attributes.
That's right.
Man.
That's right.
Because it's like a Mike Tyson versus a Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Mike Tyson ain't about to stick and move. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna brawl with you.
But he's not just brawling with you on like a Mexican fighter would.
Mm-hmm.
He's where you can't even find him.
Mm-hmm.
While he's brawling with you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got what you would call like the black fighter's finesse. The black fighters are slick and smooth.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the black fighter finesse with the brawl of a Mexican, which sums up to the peekaboo style.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I dig it.
So whereas though somebody might say, oh, you can't come brawling up straight like that, and then there'll be the asterisk unless you're Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. Oh, there's holes in that game when you coming up brawling like that. Yeah, unless you're Mike Tyson. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just sticking and moving. Oh, come on, fight me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You He's sticking the move and making your ass frustrated, putting his face right where you can hit him, but psych. You know what I'm talking about? So that's why I'm saying, like, it's beautiful, because somebody else that doesn't really understand Angola might come, try to be all slick and smooth, not covering their face, thinking they could be right here where they get popped, boom. Where though they don't know you going here, but you ready at all times. And the Hijra now stays here, emphasizing protecting your face, but also can be smooth or esquiva, negativa, jole, get up out of here, macaco. You know what I'm talking about? It's beautiful, man. I love these conversations, bro. I could geek out on this shit, yo. Yeah, we're gonna practice some Angola, bro.
All right, let's get it.
Get you together, boy. I'm gonna get you together too. You gonna get me together?
Man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Need to get this knee back right.
Don't worry, but the restoration shit that I got for you, bro, for your knee, bro. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, man. I'm the type of dude that's like, I need to help myself before somebody else help me.
No, I see you. I got that whole vibe when you showed me your progress just now.
Yeah.
It's like you getting ready. I see you, man.
Yeah.
You ain't saying nothing about it either.
Yeah.
You just went and did it.
Yeah.
Now you showing me like, yeah, I'm almost ready. I'm like, damn, I
I'm
didn't even know you was getting ready.
I'm telling you, I'm almost ready.
I ain't even know you was getting ready.
I'm getting ready, bro. I'm about to be lit out here. I'm about to be swole again, bro. And I need that to be
it's on.
To move to the next part of my life. I'm about to start traveling more and doing things around the world, and I'm gonna be doing hiking. When I go to Puerto Rico, man, I'm gonna be hiking. I'm gonna be up in the mountains.
Bro, we gotta hit that thing one time together, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely moving to Puerto Rico. It's gonna happen. If I don't live there like all year, I'm definitely gonna have a house there where I'm staying there 6 months a year.
It's funny because like being raised here, having access to so many things, being so multi-dimensional, for me, I think that'll be the only way to really do it. Even though my roots is there, my home is there, I gotta be able to come back.
You better have,
go back to Atlanta, go back to Philly, go back.
You wired for, we wired like this, And so, there is where I go to get out of this.
To get reconnected.
And recharge.
And to bring some flavor there.
Yeah.
All that. Bring some healing there.
Yeah.
And to bring some healing back from
That's
there.
Real, yeah. And so who says that we can't live our lives like that, bro?
We should be able to.
Who says that we gotta stay in the house in America that who says that? And so I'm breaking those chains in my mind right now. Like I can exist in two places at the same time.
That's all.
No problem. It's just I gotta be able to afford it. And so I can, so that's it. That's what it is. I wanna live in Puerto Rico.
Bro, I've been revisiting my basic principles, man, and I've been reflecting upon the principles of the Hermetic principles, the principle of mentalism, man. It's deep. You know what I mean? You got to be able to see it in your mind first, and whatever's in your mind is the only thing gonna come out, which goes to the next principle, the principle of correspondence, as above, so below, so within, so without. And if you want something new to come out, you got to put something new in.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's already work. Karis once said something like so divine, man. He was just chopping it up, talking about. He talked about. I think he said it was the fifth dimension.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Man, that was a dope interview.
Yeah.
And
so it sounds so subtle too. Like if you don't know, you're like, okay, fifth dimension.
Yeah.
But go into it a little bit. Let's talk about it.
So I kind of related to like Ori work, like Ori being. The divine head and how you manifest and things like that. But so I started using that lesson to teach. And so my thing was a red car, like close your eyes and see a red car. And then I asked people, can you see the red car? Yes. And I put rims on the car. Can you see the rims? Yes. I turn the rims gold, like that, and go through that whole thing. And then I would say, open your eyes. Is that car in front of you? No, it's not. That's the fifth dimension. That's your ability to see into the future. And if you could take that exercise and put some work, some dedication, some planning, some whatever, some prayer, whatever you use, you can manifest that red car very easily. You just gotta allow your mind to go into those other dimensions. But what holds us from those other dimensions is sometimes a lack mentality where we don't feel like we deserve. We feel like we're not ready. We feel like we can't handle, like any of those fear-based reactions.
And a lot of it, man, just real quick to go into that, man, it's kind of like a shame, because what we don't know is that we'll feel inadequate, but you're not knowing that who you're surrounding yourself with plays a major part.
That's right.
If you're surrounding yourself with people that's not on that, it's gonna make you feel inadequate.
That's right.
You gotta get around people that remind you of who you are and your
That's right.
highest self.
That's right.
People that's on that type of time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I say, bro, it's
You know, when you say that, that brings to mind. I just had a little vision of like deeper into that concept. Like, so when you do find the people that are on that kind of time, that are
visualizers.
Yeah, people who project and manifest in that. In that same circle, those people have to remember that those powerful people need help too.
Man.
Amongst each other, right? Because a lot of times we be like, oh, he got it together, she got it together, because we're in this circle of manifesting and blessings and, you know, own businesses and that kind of shit. But we forget that in those circles, those gods need assistance too. And to maintain that realm of camaraderie.
Your eyebrows. Yeah, man, that's deep. And you know, sometimes it's all about communicating and having the conversation, because sometimes your understanding might be a misunderstanding or in a miscommunication. You heard? So let me give you a perfect example. Let me be a little bit more specific. So in your mind, you might feel like you don't want to bother this person. They got their plate full. You're not, let's just say you're not on their level or something, that whatever's on your mind. Not knowing that, no, man, but by you being authentic, you know what it reminds me of? I'm not a Mason, but I read a lot of books. And I've studied more than one book on Masonry. And the first level being like the Enter the Apprentice. And one thing that I got from that, from reading the chapter on Enter the Apprentice by Manly P. Hall, Secrets of the Freemason, it almost reminds me, sometimes we go into places and we want to be down, but we go in there showing them how much we know. And we go in there sidestepping, not wanting to play ourselves. There's no ulterior motives, we just got a misunderstanding, maybe because people made us feel like, oh, behave and this and that. But the Enter the Apprentice degree is actually about showing your ass. Like, I want to know who you are. Like, be clumsy, stumble, get too high, get too drunk, talk dumb shit, do all of that so we can see exactly who you are, who we working with. And then you can move to the next degree, which is the fellow craft. Now we can bring you in and say, all right, my man, look, you might want to lay back on the drink a little bit. Just had 2 shots, not 5. And then we tighten you up a little bit in the fellow craft. And then you can become part of the Master Mason. But now you're carrying this thing with honor.
You go back to your true self with balance.
But you had to just show your ass at first. You had to get the permission to be a child, to be clumsy, to be a fool.
So people can see who you truly are. And that's not a bad thing.
No.
That's what's coming through you. And so that's when I see little boys, I'll be like, when I see a little boy that just like start just doing shit, I'll be like,
my man. He's not worried about who looking at him.
No.
Dance, like I say, what's it? Dance like nobody's looking.
Yeah.
Huh? Love like you never been hurt.
Yeah. That kind of spirit, I'll be like, when I see that,
you got something right here.
I ask Olu Damari, God, Allah, whatever, to help me to be like that.
No doubt. You got to be like a child to enter the kingdom of heaven.
At this age.
Yo. What up, bro?
What up, brother?
Peace.
What's up, fam? Yeah. They're good. With the wisdom that I have to still be clumsy and whoever I am without feeling like it's a mark on my character or on myself.
Right.
And so I'm silly as hell, bro. I'm silly as shit. And I'm just getting back into that mode. Like I've been, I guess, I don't know what you even call it. Like I've been confining myself.
Sometimes we explore dimensions of who we are too. You heard? A more serious side or a more pensive side might have been the side that it was a season to nurture that side. And that's all coming back into balance. Mm-hmm. I have a similar experience. What up, bro? Peace. I have a similar experience.
Yeah. And so that what you saying about the coming in acting a fool, like when you do that, for example, the people who are like kind of silly, jokey, see, oh, okay, this guy's a jokey kind of guy, my kind of guy, you know. And so when you start to go into the schools or the societies, you are amongst the ones of your kind, because in the beginning you see who that person really is.
Right, that's good.
It gives you an idea of where placement goes when this person refines themselves, if they refine themselves in the process of becoming a master.
Right, good. So the reason why I brought it up is because somebody might come in and not really know that. So they see somebody that they admire, that they want to be like, and they try to like not bother the person, kind of give them their space, kind of, you know, for whatever experience they had that caused that at wherever had caused. And it comes to the place when we arrive at the place where you said we realize, oh, this person needs help too. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful place to be. Because then you start to really see, that person gets to see what value you have. You get to see where they need help, where your service is needed at. And it just becomes like more of a mutual thing. You know, because you know what's so crazy about overthinking things is sometimes you, by doing that, thinking that you're giving that person help, by leaving them alone, letting them be, you might be actually draining that person.
You are.
Instead of charging them.
You are. Because you know what happens when you break that? Let's say it's me and you. You're like, I don't want to bother Baba, you know, I know he's busy, But when you bother, when you bother,
right,
you come and get something that you may need. What you don't know is where that conversation is going to go. And you may be the antidote for what I need. By coming in saying, man, I want to bother you with something real quick. I need to get your opinion. That turns into a conversation that I learned something that I need at that moment just through the conversation. And that happens all the time. It's why I keep speaking on it like I'm speaking on it now. It's like when you get into those circles of the elevated or the refined or the balanced or the spiritual, sometimes we tend to like close off in those circles because we feel like everybody got it together. Well, no. Bother me. You know, like, hey, if you need me, man, you better holler at me because I'm definitely busy. But when you holler at me, we open up dialogue, which means we both get healing or something or whatever it may be. We both take something away from this conversation. It's not always when you come, you're going to be draining a person. It ain't like that. Especially if you're
draining them by leaving them alone.
Yeah, especially if you have agreed that we're a circle that helps to build and manifest and help each other.
Ashe.
And so what we're talking about now is a blessing because a lot of people can't even understand this conversation because the people that they're around are energy suckers, vampires, people who are not interested in win-win. And so the first level is to like create a circle. Like you said in the beginning. Having your circle right so that the ideas in your mind manifest a certain quality of life. When I was younger, my elders used to say, don't talk in hundreds, talk in thousands.
Meaning like what?
Like
think small? Don't dream small?
Well, in a sense, but like, no, just out of your mouth. When you saying like, man, I need $100, you know? to pay this bill, or I need $600 to pay my lights, or I need $800 to pay my lights and this, or whatever. They said always talk in thousands. If you need $800, say, man, I need 8,000.
Man, yeah, hell yeah, I need 8,000.
Because what that does, it conditions your existence to attract those numbers. Your mouth, your spirits of attraction, your wealth spirits, your everybody starts to operate in the thousands and not in the hundreds. So your mouth is like, yeah, man, 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, shit, I need 50 grand. I need, And then you start to meet people. Your mouth creates your reality. Well, your mind creates it first, but your mouth puts it out in the universe to bring it back. And so if you bring it back hundreds, then that's just what it's going to be. You speaking about hundreds, that's what it's going to be.
It's like one time they said when a motherfucker asks you for some change, that's all they're going to get. You know what I mean?
Ask me for 5, I might give you 5.
You feel me?
Yep.
Man, that's deep. And the crazy part is you might think your price, because some of the people you around, you might feel like, man, I don't know. Or you might be thinking about your own situation. At the present moment, you don't got the money that your price costs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you wouldn't be able to pay for you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But you're not knowing by you putting that out there, there's people that dying for what you need and got. That's all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, let me pay for me and my brother.
Yeah. So like for your training, right? You charge what you charge now.
Right.
And you like, I need to attract the clients that's gonna pay me $1,000 an hour. And so your verbiage becomes like, okay, so like for example, like this guy right here you've been watching.
Right.
Like you manifested something. And he may not pay you nothing as far as dollars. But he pays you in energy because y'all like souls came together and now y'all are benefiting, right? So if that was me, when I get together with this guy, I would say, I need somebody to come, I need 10 clients with this kind of dedication. It's gonna pay me $1,000 per session. Every time I train with him.
Shit, say that every time you train.
Every time. So that when you're training, your whole being starts to go beyond where you are and start to attract those kind of people. This is not something that I read, but it's something I've done. When I first started doing readings, I used to charge $40, bro. I was already good. Like,
let me get this right here real quick.
mm-hmm.
I'm not putting the blade on here, yo. I don't be liking the results. And this Clippers got it to a good place anyway. I bet.
So yeah, I was already like beyond $40 readings, just because I've been studying for years and all of that. And so for years, I was at that price, still figuring out how I was going to take care of myself, And I was in New Orleans one time. I was walking the streets of Mardi Gras, and this lady walked up to me. She said, "You don't charge enough for what you do." This bitch was a stranger, bro.
Damn.
She was a fucking stranger. She walked up to me and said, "You don't charge enough for what you do." Shit. I looked at her like for a second, like, who the fuck are you? But the next second I was like, yo, I'm in New Orleans. I'm spiritual and shit. I believe in this kind of shit. Like, all right, then. And so that night in the hotel, I started thinking about it. And I was like, I don't charge enough for what I do. I got back to Atlanta. I met a couple people who's doing the kind of the same service that I do. Don't have the same experience, ain't got the same tenure, don't treat their clients like I do, don't show the love I do. These niggas charging $150, bro, for an hour. I'm getting 40. It's like, you know what? This shit about to change right now. And so that day I went up on my prices, right? And so I took my jewelry, like my jewelry business tactic. We had this tactic that our teacher taught us, our jewelry teacher taught us. Cause jewelry's expensive, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit be, you know, from 900, 2,000, 5,000, whatever. Yeah. So when you tell a person a price that's high, he taught us to look the person in the eye, say a price, and nod your head, right? And according to that person's reaction, you keep nodding. Like a motherfucker, right?
Yeah, I'm talking that in sales.
Like a motherfucker, right? And so, yeah, so I went to school for education, right? And so my whole sales thing came from a dude who studied sales and had his own businesses. So he had to teach us this shit from the ground, you know? And bro, that shit worked like a charm. So I'll sell a lady a piece of jewelry, $6,000, and I nod on her a couple times, and she started nodding. Like, let's go. So my commission is $600 off the piece, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, I just made $600 off of nodding. And so that kind of confidence showed me, oh man, you know, I can get the kind of money I want. So when I took it to my other craft, that's just $150, and I nod on them. And they like, all right. It was really easy as that.
Beautiful.
And so the idea of manifesting attraction, using those principles, and then when I actually get in front of those clients that I attract and I say, that's $1,000. Boom, done deal.
Yo, Baba, give your information, your contact information, where they can find you.
Yeah, well, you can reach Yeye's Botanica, Yeyes Botanica, BOTANICA _ Atlanta on Instagram, on Facebook, all that. That's one of my businesses. Or you can look up Baba Sola, BABA _ SOLA, just to see this face, and you'll find me. Put it.
Cracking everybody. Yes, cracking.
We here, all right. We here with the brothers early in the morning, getting it.
Yeah.
I'm a percussionist, man. I play trap drums, snare, all African drums, mostly percussion.
Yeah, I hear